social media, you want people to get outraged about it. You want people to comment on it and say no doubt. But I think without a doubt in my mind, I'm on the Mount Rushmore of just rappers in general.
All right, we're excited about this one. Asher Roth, music artist, joining us right now on Foul Territory. Of course, you know him probably for years, like me, when I was in college, and the famous "I Love College" song comes out. It was a big deal. But running now on tour, coming up soon. We'll get into that in a moment. But Asher, we don't have many music artists and celebs on this show, not because we don't get asks, but we actually turn many down because they're not baseball fans, and we're like, no, Asher Roth knows ball. So how you doing? And give us the lowdown on your love for the game.
Dude, respect. Good to see you, gents. I mean, honestly, Todd Frazier, bro. Like you were the gamer for when growing up in my little league. We came third place in the states that year, and Todd went
Oh
on to be the
no.
man. He's Tom's River. I'm Morrisville, Pennsylvania. So
Hey
I
man.
got
All
I
love.
got a lot
All
of
love.
love for that. But those boys
Thank you.
got so big by the time I got 16, 17, and I just leaned into music. But just I've always loved the game. I agree with what AJ's saying. We still need rivalries. We still need that competition. A lot of love on the field, but it's still a beautiful game.
I love it. All right, so give us your fandom right now. So you're a Giants fan, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So are you liking what you're
San Francisco
seeing right
Giants.
now?
Of course. I mean, coming off of the Gabe Kapler stuff. I mean, so I'm Pennsylvania, so I actually raised around Philadelphia fans. My dad, Navy brat, grew up out west, and so he actually raised me a San Francisco Giants fan. He basically was like, "Look, Willie Mays, that's the guy, right?" And so I grew up and obviously got Barry Bonds, Jeff Kent, AJ. We had AJ for a little bit, but yeah, so that Philadelphia fandom also gets into you. So I've taken it to that level, but also you get to see the coaching stuff too. So Gabe, as a Phillies coach, when he was hired as the Giants coach, I wasn't thrilled about it. Then that I think it was the 2001 season, we had 107 wins or something. And everyone was like, "Oh, okay," and that kind of fell apart. But Buster Posey, obviously being the guy for our run and what would be kind of quote unquote dynasty, seeing him step into the baseball operations role and seeing this early success has been a lot of fun. Some of the signings, Jung Hoo Lee, obviously having a hot start. It's just fun to watch, and it's clean, crisp baseball, good pitching, good defense. It's fun to watch, whereas for a few years there it wasn't.
Hey, Asher, I got to ask you this. You mentioned me playing for the Giants. Did you used to throw darts at this as a kid? Because
Little
the Giants
bit, little
fans,
bit.
they didn't love me too much. So my little, they did retire my number, but I'm just saying Giants fans didn't love me too much. So I don't know if you threw darts at it, or you got the dartboard behind you, or what. But listen, I love my time in San Francisco. I got to play with the greatest player of all time. How happy are you that Buster Posey, one of the all-time great Giants, also is now in charge?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, a lot gets placed on experience, right? Like, especially when you get into leadership positions, you want people feel more comfortable when someone's done it before. But I think, and especially with such a rise in like data and analytics and coming out of the Farhan regime, it's nice to get Buster Posey and just guys who know ball and like the instinct. You see it a lot with managers too. They seem to be ex-catchers, like people who just kind of see the field and have that experience. Obviously, Bruce Bochy. Now we have Bob Melvin. So it's really just nice to what you perceive to be from the distance that I'm watching the game is that like it's vibes, man. These guys are having fun playing the game, and you look at all the money pouring into sports, and you look at the contracts. I know you guys were talking earlier about some of the deals that some of these guys can get with the globalization of the sport. But it's nice to just kind of watch a baseball team that seems that they're enjoying each other and enjoying the game. I think Matt Chapman's been really great for that team. He seems and feels like a Giant. Sometimes these guys come into become part of a franchise and they don't really necessarily feel the part. Matt Chapman fits the role pretty well. I think the Adames signing has been really great for them as well. Again, just from like a vibe leadership standpoint, and it's nice to see it pay off in the early going.
Let me ask you this question as a monster baseball fan. I know you're a Giants fan. Is there something as a fan that you've thought about over the years, that something in baseball you'd like to see change? I know we made a lot of changes with, some rules, picking up the pace, with the pickoffs, no running over catchers, no sliding in. Is there anything as a fan that, you've seen and like, man, I wish they could change that, or you'd like to see this happening in baseball?
Dude, great question. Honestly, I think I've been pretty happy about the rule changes, getting people running again and all that. Little safety with the slides, but my biggest contention really is what we did change, and I'm not sure how you guys feel about it, but just the universal DH. I think it took a lot of strategy out of the game, and then they're talking about balls and strikes. I'm sure you've talked about this a lot, AJ, with you, and just like taking away the art of catching as well with the automated strike zone. So I'm kind of a purist in a lot of ways of just like leave the game alone. I know the torpedo bats have been a hot topic. They've been in the game for a few years now. And so like that's a fun little adjustment. Everybody loves offense. But I'm of the ilk of, hey, a 1-0 game is actually a pretty damn good baseball game. So I'm pumping the brakes a little bit on the changes. I'm happy with some of the stuff that they've made just to get people running. I think that's fun. Put a little bit more pressure on defenses. But I would be interested to hear how you guys feel about the universal DH and taking the strategy away from the NL. I thought it was kind of fun to see what you would have to do around the 6th or 7th inning and a pitcher pitching well.
More in a minute, but first, a quick word from our sponsor of this video. FT fam, you got to check out HelloFresh. I know AJ's favorite part of HelloFresh. They've got the 15-minute meals, 3 steps, and you've got your dinner.
I love it. I love it. It comes fresh to your house.
Mm-hmm.
It's pre-packaged with all the ingredients in almost a brown bag. Comes with all the instructions. And what I like most about it is some people say, I don't like to cook. I like to actually chop the ingredients, cook them up. That way it makes it feel like, even though it was prepackaged, you feel like you're doing something. And it's so fresh. Fresh vegetables, fresh meat, high quality. Comes with all the sauces, comes with all the spices you need.
Yes, and if you're like, hey, you guys talk about Green Chef, that's right. They're in the same fam. Both bring different strengths to the table. So check out HelloFresh, of course, and get yourself up to 10 free meals and a free high protein item for life at HelloFresh.com/FT10FM. 1 item per box with active subscription. Free meals applied as discount on first box. New subscribers only, varies by plan. That's up to 10 free HelloFresh meals. Just go to HelloFresh.com/FT10FM. And now back to the video.
I loved it because you know why? It was faster games. It was faster games. You had to think way more. The American League, now baseball is my best 9 against your best 9, and we'll see what happens. But it was great when you had to, the 8-hole hitter's up. Is he going to bunt, or what are we going to do? Are they going to pinch hit? There was so much more strategy. I thought it was a better game, but plus it was like an hour faster game. So I'm all for the pitch clock and making the games faster and faster and faster. I just got to know, though, where are you right now? Because you're about to go on tour. Can we at least get like ceiling tiles? I'm in Florida. We don't have basements. But like, what is happening wherever you are? Like, did mom lock you in the basement for this interview?
No, the wife did, man. Honestly, it's funny because when you're rapping, and we were talking about, I've been rapping now for 17 years, came out 08. And you get banished to the basement often. We just gave birth to our 2-year-old too. It's like, well, not obviously, it's been 2 years now, but so she gets president over a lot of the rooms, and so I've had to move all of the recording equipment and stuff to the basement. I appreciate the acknowledgement though, but yeah, I actually kind of like it down here,
Also, I mean, Asher, you became, super famous years back for the I Love College song. I mean, we were texting in our chat as we're talking to you, like we can picture solo cups everywhere on the floor around you right now. Like looks like a classic frat party basement right there. So we'll take it. And I wanted to actually ask you about that and how crazy it was back then when you burst onto the scene, because also you have Rutgers, University of Miami. It was big there when I was there. AJ didn't go to college, so if you want to give him a little more detail on how big of a deal it was.
No, I mean, it's I'm honestly pretty fortunate that I came up when we did, because all the social media and stuff that's just capturing everything all the time. And so I think we came up at a perfect era where you could kind of still have fun, live your life, and not worry about recording it. And so in I Love College, the line is, I wish we taped it. And I think people can't even fathom that idea that it wasn't taped this day and age. But fortunate, man, we've been able to run around the country and even get overseas, even though they call it university over there. But it's been fun. And I think that's been something I'm really trying to keep in my life. And I think as you go through, specifically from an artistic standpoint, and I know obviously it lends itself to sports as well, you'll tinker with things. And as the league catches up with you, you try to adjust. And I think the same thing happens in musical careers as well. You want to push the envelope a little bit. You want to try new things. And so obviously coming out, having that college record, being extremely relatable, going through my career and getting to a point where just trying to reintroduce myself to an audience as you grow, and then getting to a point late 30s, trying to bring that fun back. And I think that there's an element to growing up, specifically of getting older without losing that little kid in you. And I think that's why I'm so attracted to the game of baseball as well, is because, you know, you are playing a really a fun, beautiful sport. That, you know, Little League, we're 3 blocks away from the Little League field that I still go down to. Really special moment in my life as far as camaraderie, social intelligence, and all those things. And so there's so many parallels between just a growing up music career and as you have a elongated career in baseball as well, as just adjustments, adaptation, and just not taking yourself or the game too seriously.
All right. Speaking of not taking yourself too seriously, your Casio is amazing that it's holding your microphone wires. So that's pretty sweet. I got to give you credit for that. I got to ask you this. Have you seen that? You talked about social media and the things that's going on. Have you seen the white rapper Mount Rushmore that's flying around social media right now? Have you seen that whole thing?
I have, dude. I have.
I mean, what do you think? Give me some thoughts. I mean, Eminem's got to be on there. What about? I mean, the one guy I had to figure out who these were, but the one guy next to Eminem looks like Jameson Taillon. I don't know if you know who he is. But he pitched for the Cubs. He looks just like him though in this picture.
Yeah, I think it's tough, right? Because you kind of want to take it like, you know, oh, this is a genuine discussion, but it's for social media. You want people to get outraged about it. You want people to comment on it and say no doubt. But, you know, I think without a doubt in my mind, I'm on the Mount Rushmore of just rappers in general, you know, but that's just how I feel. White rappers or not, but I'd probably be on the far right, you know. I'm not sure who's up there. Yeah, probably closer to the back, but no, I think for the most part that's just to get people chatting. Everybody, you know, that's up there. I think who you're talking about is Russ. I forget who else is up, who they put up there, but yeah, I think that's just to get people chatting and saying that's not my white rapper, and you know, I disagree with that Mount Rushmore.
Okay, that's fair. I like the confidence though. I love the confidence,
man, you know.
Like I feel like I should be on the Mount Rushmore of San Francisco Giants fans. Unfortunately, I never made it. You know, I don't know why. I don't know why I've been.
At least catchers, Buster, Benito Santiago, Benji Molina, and you. Let's just go with that off top. Boom. I mean, I like Kurt Manwaring, but like, you know, man.
Yeah. You know, I'm no Kurt Manwaring. I'm no Brian Johnson. What do you want me to say?
Right.
I can't help myself.
Hey,
when do you go? I was gonna say, when do you go on tour? Because you got a big tour coming up.
Yeah, we're going out in May, hitting major cities up and down. So Philly, New York, Chicago, Atlanta, Pittsburgh. We always try to catch a game when we're in Pittsburgh. PNC is such a beautiful park. And yeah, Boston as well. So we'll be out, I think, the 4th of May in New York, and then we'll run until the 20th. And I think we'll probably try to catch a game in Cleveland to end it.
Nice. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, in New York, when you're in New York, is there a game? Are you hitting a game then?
You know, I didn't even check because we actually have some space in between. We're just kind of getting started. It's funny because like this tour is chronological. I mean, again, so many people know me just from the I Love College stuff that they've missed a big chunk of my career, and it's because I've kind of unplugged from the major label stuff consciously. I just thought that what was pushing and how they were going about their business left a lot to be desired, right? And so I went on an independent route and been releasing music on my own for a really long time. And so there's a core audience there, but I think the general public and casual fans are kind of like, I haven't heard of this guy or where he's been for a while. And so the show is kind of like theater in a lot of ways. I'll be talking and telling the story about why songs came about, why certain moves made, and give really insight into my career as a whole over the last 15 years. So I'm excited about it. New York, we don't really get an opportunity like a comedian would to like get up or just like go in somewhere unannounced because we play with a live band. There's a lot of production to it. So New York, we're kind of using as like a dress rehearsal to say, hey, make sure I'm not being too chatty when I'm trying to get my point across. But I'm excited about it. I think we'll be hitting our stride by the time we get to Atlanta on the 12th.
Now, will you be hitting up a Yankee game? I think they got a little homestand when you come into New York.
Well, look, as a Giants fan, we got Phillies this week, so I'll be there. As far as New York, we'll see. I like the series that we're just coming out of, though. That felt good, especially in the cold. Do we know who they're playing that week of May?
I can tell you. So they've got on the 4th, they're finishing up a series because that's a Sunday with the Rays. That's a day game. And then the 5th, they start a series against the Padres, all night games.
Okay, I might need to go there to scout, and see what's going on. Padres are playing well. Yeah.
Got to come
Cinco
down to
de
Jersey,
Mayo
man.
too. Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. Yeah. Wait, one more for you.
Yeah,
We got to get some fashion tips.
Last one for me. The City Connect jerseys for the Giants, man. What do you think of those jerseys? Have you seen them yet? And what do you think?
It's funny because I was watching the game when they debuted, and Kruko and Kipe were like, "Oh, these are good. They're into them." I really liked the orange ones. I was actually trying to find a old like late night Lamont orange because I thought that would just age well. These new ones, I don't know, man. The City Connects don't really speak to me. Again, I think it's just like I'm a little bit more of a traditionalist with it. I like what they're going for though, like the Bill Graham, Hayden Ashbury music and Fillmore vibe. And like I know that they were mentioning that like the wave forms of the music. I think the idea is there. I love the new color. I like the purple involved, but as a whole, I would still cast my vote for like just the white and the orange fog. I thought they were fun.
Yeah, I thought they were boring. You should go for the
Yeah.
Orioles. Well, you should go for the Orioles all orange. You'd love those then. But
I think I think we were winning. I think we won a bunch of games with those orange. So they just had good juju.
Good, true. All right. So who's the biggest Giants fan of musicians? It's you. And then when we won in 2005, we used Steve Perry and Journey, their song "Don't Stop Believing," and then the Giants stole it from us because Steve Perry was from the Bay Area. Now, I'm not sure Steve Perry knows as much about the Giants as you do. So who's a bigger Giants fan, you or Journey?
Oh, it's got to be me. I'm on the Mount Rushmore for white rappers and musician Giant fans.
That's one of one right there.
Love that.
Right?
That is
No
one
one's
of
got
one
that
for
connection.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well,
If you caught Eminem, wait, if the Giants played the Tigers, would you and Eminem have like a bet on who's winning this or what? Like, was it
Absolutely.
2012? The Tigers played the Giants. Did you guys have a bet on who was going to win? The Giants whooped them.
Absolutely. I'll tell you a story though. It's funny because I actually really love how the Detroit Tigers are building their squads. I'm a Scott Harris fan as well. I like how GMs put their stuff together. And so when I played a show in New York, I actually just told this story online. I was wearing a Detroit Tigers hoodie and I had the worst show of my life. I absolutely bombed. I was just like, nobody was connecting with it. So I've sworn off all and any gear, specifically Detroit Tigers. So there's a real rivalry there for me, just for me specifically. I would love to see them again. Hopefully this year, but we've got our work cut out for us against those Dodgers and Padres.
There you go. Yeah, and Padres,
Yeah.
right. Hey, Asher, this was awesome, man. You know ball. A lot of respect from people in the chat. Good luck on the tour, too. Thanks for stopping by, man. We appreciate it.
Hey, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.